Hello, welcome. Thank you for being here. Let's see which zodiac sign needs the next reading. Taurus, welcome, welcome. Let's dive in. Could be juggling a lot of things, or maybe you feel kind of like you've got priorities, different priorities that you could be balancing. There could be something about having to change your mind about a decision, maybe. There's a lot of big questions on your mind, especially with Jupiter square Saturn right now. So let's keep diving into Taurus energy. There could be something that you feel a little emotionally inspired by. There could be some kind of talk of a new beginning, maybe a new start of something. But this might require a more logical approach. You could be dealing with a feminine that's very strong in their power. Something about clarity is also important, like seeing the bigger picture through the trees type energy. There's some kind of change though. And I feel like you don't need to be resistant to it. It could be bringing you in a lot of stability. Yeah, happiness, 10 of cups here. Beautiful. Okay, let's get you your actions for Taurus. Two of Cups, love. So this could be a love situation, independence, Nine of Pentacles. There could be a new beginning regarding your own financial independence as well, coming out of anxiety regarding this or sleepless nights. You could be feeling more clear-headed, more decisive, especially if you're beginning something or you're making decisions about this. Interesting. Yeah. Anything else for advice, please, for Taurus? There could be fast forward movement. This could be like unexpected, especially with all that dynamic grand fire trine energy in the sky right now. We are moving towards the next new moon, but we have a lot of dynamic beginning energy with Saturn and Neptune also in Pisces. This could be a commitment or belief system, or something about a commitment could be important here. You could be letting go of burdens regarding this as well, or that's your advice to kind of see things in a more optimistic light. But let's grab you some maybe extra messages. Taurus. Fern, interesting. Something about invisibility here, interesting. Oh, we have another one there. Crocus, okay. Time on the top of the deck. And ash on the bottom. Let's see time in the future position. Knights riding off to the Crusades would have received scarves embroidered with time to keep them safe, like roses. It also attracts fairies, for it is said they love to dance among its leaves and blossoms. Time is friendly, gentle herb, inviting strength and courage, as well as good health and simple pleasures. When you think about the idea of seeing fairies, what does that mean to you? So there could be something about grounding down. For some, it may mean genuinely casting your eyes upon the fae. For others, it may mean becoming more aware of the unknown and unseen powers of the world, which is also what Fern represents. So there could be something about seeing um, maybe evaluating something like decision making from a place of a, like strength, um, clarity. But let's continue. Um, Embracing the natural magic that is daily life. So I'm getting what's that? Magic realism could be a genre, maybe movies or books. Given the stresses of the everyday, sometimes that magic can be just as difficult to see as winged creatures or elven folk. When you've begun to feel blinded to forest magic, call upon time, carry it with you like the knights of yore. This could be about a home change potentially. I want to read Crocus here. The snow crocus is one of the first flowers of the year to bloom. Crocuses contain powerful healing energy, so you might drag the crocus blossom along any hurt you receive, helping to mend a sprain or speed up the process of repair of a broken leg. Once upon a time in Ireland, bed linens were rinsed with crocus blossom water to promote strength and healing during sleep. So something about your sleep, having that better night's sleep. We did see something about coming out of anxiety as a part of your advice. Crocuses are symbolic of cheerfulness and particularly good for spells for new beginnings, love, friendship, peace, and divination. Pick a single crocus and gently hold it between the index finger and thumb of your non-dominant hand. Move your fingers back and forth, rolling the stem. Stare at the center of the blossom as it spins, allowing your vision to blur and watching it like a rotating pinwheel. What do you see? Interesting. Let's see ash. In Norse mythology, Yggdrasil, the world tree, was an enormous ash. Its roots were watered by the underworld. Okay, interesting. The fates. The branches extended across all the world, even reaching the Ark of Heavens. Ash is associated with growth, and also the sea or cross carved of ash wood could protect the bearer from drowning. In fact, so maybe there was something very emotional in the past position. Very interesting energy. And Clover, yeah, there's some kind of like better luck coming in. Let's grab you from our new deck message. Taurus messages. Inner child, interesting. Anything else for Taurus people and placements? Comparison, okay. So you could be like having a better sense of self-love. Seek guidance this year, so maybe you're reaching out to certain people to help you in some way. Seek guidance, interesting. Taurus messages for Taurus, people and placements. Oh, shit. Sunstone. In the uniqueness of who you are lives a world yet to be discovered. Country cottage on the top. And daisies on the bottom. Let's see. Opportunities, unexpected luck, and fame. Sunstone is a stone of success and shows you talents that are unique to you, draws good luck, and increases your opportunities. We did say something about good luck. Additionally, it stimulates leadership qualities, unlocking your ability to dance to the beat of your own drum. The lesson here is when you are true to yourself, success, fame, and wealth naturally follows because you're attracting it because of self-love. Your greatest asset is that no one else on the planet is likely like you. You can do the same things as someone else in the exact same way, and still the outcomes are different because the people are different. Likewise, you can be the most talented person in the room, but someone who's willing to look silly if it means standing out is more likely to get noticed, despite being less talented, educated, or capable. Successful people stand out from the crowd, and the best way of doing so is letting your weirdness out to play. You are likely receiving this card because you're seeking recognition in some way, such as putting yourself for promotion, looking for ways to increase customers, or you're ready to start dating. Don't get lost in the stream of familiarity by doing what everyone else does. Pay close attention to those little details that set you apart, and put them on display. Others find these quirks to be endearing, intriguing, useful, and downright entertaining. It doesn't really matter as long as it leads you to the right opportunities. Interesting. Let's see. This could be about like learning about real estate or talking about that. Country cottage. Sustainability, self-sufficiency, and independence. Interesting. Welcome to spiritual homesteading, the practice of finding independence, self-determination, and sustainability for your soul's well-being. There certainly is no shortage of spiritual teachers, programs, and tools to offer. On offer, including this deck you're holding. But the trouble with relying too much on someone else to guide you is you lose the ability to stimulate your own healing and rewards. We're expecting someone else to show you the way rather than finding it for yourself. You've pulled this card to encourage you to trust in your own guidance more than you seek advice and help from others people. So yeah, I think you can still do prayers definitely and ask for like the right information to come along. Thank you to my guardians. We're all sent down here with them, right? So you know what you need to succeed. You know it's not serving your highest good, and you know what you want and what you know you need. What you're lacking is belief in yourself. Making a mistake or getting things wrong is a part of the process, not a reason to quit or doubt yourself. You learn more from the failures than you do from the successes, and if nothing else, they'll be your own choices, your own mistakes, and your own determination to rise when you fall. Stay on the path you're on and have faith in your desires and ability to bring your rewards to life. In a more practical sense, this card appears when you're being a little too needy or should try to be more independent. It's fine to ask for help or want to experience life with others, but don't take anyone's time or resources for granted. You're more capable than you have allowed yourself to believe, and you are fine to continue on this path alone. Beautiful. There could be a big like sense of transformation. Let's get you juicier messages before we close it out, Taurus. We have upset with your strength, so you could be like really coming into your strength. This could be pissing certain people off, maybe something about a country cottage or maybe a specific relationship or marriage could be relevant. We have being guided to the right community, so the right people, the right places, the right leaders, do the people around you attitudes, beliefs, and energy resonate or repel you? They will drain you. So you got to be careful that you're aligning yourself with the right people and for your destiny, for the reason that you're reincarnated here, for God's mission for your life. Understand your strengths, astrology. So that could be something that you might want to look into so that you can understand how you can leverage your life, right? Trying to get into and usually like Jupiter will show you an area of your life where you're very lucky. Venus can show you how you attract money and abundance towards you. North Node definitely as well. Your destiny, your purpose. Trying to get in your business to create gossip or ruin your rep. Interesting. So maybe keep things private. Anything else? Or this could be like people around you as well. What else do we have? Observe calmly. Yeah, very kind of like balanced, detached. Looks can be deceiving. Interesting. Anything else for Taurus? We have they are investigating you. Maybe they're investigating your sense of strength. Shravana Nakshatra. This could be a Capricorn or someone older. Maybe Aquarius. Anything else for, or maybe there's a sense of like, I don't know. Taurus. Taurus people and placements. We have they aren't going to be able to follow through. So maybe somebody, you're kind of seeing this more clearly. Being in peace and exuding peace causes reality to transform into peace. Thought they could control the dynamic. We have jealous coworker. Interesting. No nonsense approach. So you could be very like, we had the Queen of Swords, right? That was centering the reading. So there could be something about being no nonsense, very clear, decisive, maybe stoic, maybe not talking as much, observing more. And most people don't grow up much. So maybe you're observing this, or it's easy to predict someone's movements, maybe even. Let's get you, I think, one of these bad boys. Taurus messages for Taurus. Resin, interesting. So it's like getting unstuck from something because it was in the reverse, in the past, in the future position. So let's see. And we know that Tauruses are sometimes, can represent a fixed sign energy, which is kind of getting stagnant sometimes. But it's definitely nice that there's so much shake-up energy with Mars square Uranus in Taurus on Friday, I believe, or June 15th, I believe. Maybe it's June 11th, actually. It's no, today's June 11th, my bad. Yeah, it must be this Friday or something, but let's see. So it's very dynamic energy for sure. This could be about your networks or shared finances, some kind of communication mindset, give and take dynamics, your health, your communication, your mindset, and how that interconnects your job, your daily routine, and the people around you, your coworkers, friends, siblings. Yeah, career, something long term. Um, We have holding, adhering, and surrounding. So something could be unsticking itself, right? The glue is it's been too many years, right? And the glue is dried out. Resin is the miraculous material. It offers both stability and transparency for century sculptors and archivists who have used it to capture an object in time and place, preserving it for observation or adoration. We did see something about observation. Interesting. Envision a delicate insect or flower suspended in a paperweight, such as the alchemical energy of resin. Its qualities are protective, sealing, and hardening. When this card appears, there is a holding that is occurring either literally or psychically. Interesting. So there is a holding, but it was in reverse. Maybe you're letting go of something. While well intended, someone may be limiting the way they wish to protect. What? Well, while well intended, someone may be limiting the one they wish to protect. Interesting. There may be an aspect of nostalgia at work in the laboratory and unwillingness to let go or change. On the other hand, and we did see I think we got death in the reverse, which to me sometimes means like a stubbornness to not change, but I think we covered that in the beginning of the reading. On the other hand, the resin card can indicate preservation of that which is most valued, a return to what's been lost. Interesting. Go deeper. Look at the resin sculpture Worlds Within Wales by Izana Yamada 2016 to ponder the bond. The original forms of resin came from the boughs of the pine tree and the bee. Let your mind wander into the metaphors of pine pitch and propolis. With its sap-like stickiness, the resin card affects the whole reading. It indicates cards that appear are bonded together, and likely you're witnessing an old pairing or pattern. But it was in the reverse, so this could be like you coming out of this or something in the future position. So interesting energy for sure. Let's grab you a witchy oracle. Taurus messages. Okay, yeah. They kind of want you to just lean into like maybe you're looking into like shamanism or elemental kind of practices. Silence, interesting. Divination. Yeah, you could be like asking for messages, signs, symbols. Yeah, interesting. Let's get you a white light. Taurus. Oh. Wolf of Sadir. Okay. Your inner spiritual power can heal circumstances in your life, right? Because we shift the inside and the outside changes. And in our world, in ways greater than you realize, journey within to gain clarity and conscious redirection of the inner energies towards what you wish to manifest. So wherever you put your investment or energy, right? Do not try to control what is happening. Instead, work to bring positive influence to bear so that you can contribute constructively towards shaping the outcome for the greatest good. So like maybe asking like, show me the way towards peace and freedom and liberation and higher divine purpose. Amen. Thank you. Right? Interesting. This could be about power dynamics, give and take dynamics, reciprocity, things like that. Work, sex, those two areas kind of intermingling. I think I'm going to end it there. I hope you enjoyed it. Please hit like, subscribe. You can get a personal using the Buy Me a Coffee link or leave a tip through there. Good luck. Take care.